This is going to be a really shitty update video. From where should I even begin? Probably from start. I've been postponing to make this video for 3 days now, and now I really need to make it. When you have some pet and it dies, of course, that's really sad thing. For us arachnid keepers, it is, at least from my perspective, it is a bit easier because you care about your animal. Tarantula, for example, you care about it, you want it to grow and do well, and you want it to have a best possible life. But I personally don't develop that really strong bond with my tarantulas, the type of bond that you would create with a dog, for example. Maybe it's different for some of you, but I don't find it that terribly bad when my spider dies. I mean, I am sad, I am disappointed, but I don't feel as nearly as bummed as I would feel if I lost a dog or cat or even the hamster. I know they have really short lifespan, but because you have different type of interaction with a hamster than with a tarantula, you can play with him, you can hold him. I don't know, you can't really do that with tarantulas, at least not in the same way. But what I want to say, I don't feel really that terribly bad when some of my animal dies. But the additional thing that I also have to deal with is not only losing some pet. I also need to tell all of you, and then not only that I lost a pet, if I don't know why it died, I feel disappointed in myself. I also feel like I disappointed you, and that also sucks. So anyway, I think that I lost the point that I was trying to say. Doesn't matter. You probably noticed that in a long time I haven't really had any casualties in my collection. The last animal that died was that mature male, Rhomatopelma cyanepubescens. He was eaten by a female, and from what I heard from other breeders, it is really to be expected from that species. And other than that, everything was a-okay, which is really surprising when you have a collection of this size. So everything was excellent until last feeding. When I'm feeding, I don't have a particular order. I just pick a shelf, take care of it, pick another shelf, take care of it, pick one stack, take care of it, something like that. So I started with this shelf, and here I have the scorpions, the deadly small scorpions. And I noticed that one scorpion died. The species that died was Hottentotta gentili. It died, oh well, it happens. Small scorpions are more fragile and can die even if you don't make any mistakes. But it could be that I kept it a tiny bit too dry. I'm not certain. So as I was done with that shelf, I went to that stack over there. As I reached my two solifugae species, I noticed that one died. I have it stored in the fridge so I can show you. Here it is. If you remember what I said when I got them, I said the reason that I'm getting two is because they don't do that well in captivity and they often die. So that's why I got two. And if you remember precisely, right from the start, I mentioned that one looks really sluggish compared to the other. And this is the one. So from very beginning, this one looked much weaker than the other. And to be honest, I'm not really super surprised that it died. And also I'm pretty sure that's not really my fault. The other one is doing fine, it's eating regularly, and yeah, look how it has really long hairs. Not sure if you can see that on the video. I think that you can see. You see, some hairs are more than a centimeter. Really long hairs. And look at those jaws. I should buy some epoxy resin and use that to preserve it. That would be cool, right? So anyway, as I said, I wasn't really that surprised that it died, and I carried on my feeding. After that stack, I went to the toppest shelf. I reached my wild caught Segestria florentina, the true spider. I also have it preserved. And also, unfortunately, it was dead. Now why it died, I'm not entirely certain. It is possible that it is just... I need new battery, second. It is possible that it is just old age. It was the biggest one that I managed to find, so that means it's probably the oldest. But also in the same time, on its underside, look, not sure if you can clearly see, but there is a lot, and I mean a lot of mites on it. Now in one of my older videos, I noticed that it has some mites on it, but it was nearly as much. It was really active, it always ate, but you can see that on its fangs, it is full of mites. I'm not sure if they came after it died or if that's the cause of its death. Who knows, we can't really know that. But yeah, that was 3 deaths in just one single feeding, and I was really feeling bummed until I reached the grand final. Just a second. And this was the worst. The new centipede that we named first Satan, it died. I just found it like that. Dead. And I have no idea why it died. I keep it the same as I keep the Diablo. The humidity, the feeding, everything is the same. So I'm hoping that it is not my fault. And you can also see some mites on its mouth. Same thing, I don't know if they came after it died or if they are the reason of its death. It is hard to tell now. And I already had plans for its enclosure and everything. So that really sucks. Now I hope you aren't disappointed in me as I think you are, but it is what it is. I can't really do much now. The worst thing is you don't know if you can change anything, because as I said, I'm keeping the devil the same way. So if this one died because of my care, that means that I'm also not keeping the devil as I should. But it is alright. Ah, well. But also, I don't want to end on the bad note. There are some good news. The assassin bugs. Not the spiny assassin guys, the other one that I have. There is a lot of babies. Huge explosion of babies. And that is really awesome. I have like 1, 2, 3, like 10, maybe 15, I don't know. But that is awesome. That means I will be able to have big colony of these guys also. Super duper. The jungle nymph female, she molted in her, I assume, adult form. I mean adult molt. And it looks like she had a bit of trouble molting. One of her wings is a bit not fully extended. And she is not that happy when you touch her. But she is really huge. I need to set up enclosure as soon as possible. And here you can see I'm working on the crested gecko enclosure. I'm making the shape out of styrofoam, and I hope that that will be finished this week. That is if I get the doors cut for the front side. The doors will be made out of plexiglass, and I'm waiting for a guy that works on the CNC, the laser CNC, to cut it for me. But he's super slow. That's why I can't finish the crested gecko enclosure and also the enclosure for jungle nymphs. I'm waiting for a guy to cut me the plexiglass. There are a couple of updates that I forgot to include in the video and that are equally important. First, the least important stuff. I got the wood and you can see that it is really awesome looking wood. No matter from what side you are looking at it. This is hard with one hand. No matter from what side and from what angle, it just looks awesome. And I can't wait to build some enclosure using it. The other thing, I saw a couple of comments regarding this UVB light, and they are saying that these are bad for tortoise, while the guy that sold me said that these are the best for the tortoise, so I don't know who to believe. So let me know if you actually use these UVB bulbs or know someone who used them and had bad experience, or it is just something that you read off the forums. I'm now really skeptical, but I'm also aware that not all information on the internet is correct, so let me know. In the meantime, if you're wondering what's up with the tortoise, it is currently in hibernation and I have a couple of weeks to figure out the bulb and stuff. Same thing goes for the ants. For all of you that are wondering what's up with the ants, they're hibernating in my basement. So until spring there will be no ant updates. And also let me just show you the wolf spiders. As you see, they are using their holes. The Lycosa tarantula even set up the entrance and added additional leaves and stuff. And this one is just using it, that's all. So yeah, that was the additional updates. Now back to the original ending. So that's what's up. Some bad updates, some good updates, some kind of good updates, some kind of... I'm just trying to be a little positive, that's all. So yeah, I hope this video was alright. Comment your thoughts down below. If you want to support this channel even more, there's a Patreon page. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I upload every Monday and Friday. And my animals usually don't die. Bye!